Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to episode 36 in my Anno 1800 Let's Play. Now in the last episode, we just built the Great Eastern Ship and also began to build up our industry in the New World as we expanded our engineer population back in the Old World. Today, we're going to be tying up some loose ends and hopefully providing a sustainable economy to build off of as we venture into Ambessa and the Arctic. And here we are in Marbella in the New World, our sort of new industrial powerhouse island in the New World. And you may remember at the end of the last episode, we had just set up the sugarcane plantations for the future of the rum production in the New World. We want to have it all kind of concentrated on this island. This is going to be making around something like 40 tons per minute, so it should be quite a lot. But you may remember I made a bit of a mistake when I stacked the items in. We didn't actually have enough room to kind of place everything around, so in between episodes, sort of cleaned it all up. It looks a lot better now. I think I might as well actually run the road alongside here, parallel to the kind of trees and stuff and the entrance to this little area. Of course, I do try to build where it's like pretty optimal, but I also like to try and make things look a little nice. So having a little kind of gated area, this is where the rum production goes on, is kind of nice to me. And wherever I could do that, if we want to build a rum distillery now to kind of come off of this, it'd be nice to have like a little walled area for the distillery itself, you know? Anyway, so what we're going to be doing today is setting up oil production here. We should have everything we need. We have multiple ships arriving. Actually, they're just arrived now, with lots of construction material, building material, and again, in between episodes, I just cleaned up a little bit with some extra ornaments and things like that around here. So we're going to be getting some obreros up and running in Marbella, and then starting to lower the production from Port Banús. So, to catch people up on what's going on, essentially, in the Old World, we've pretty much gotten everything done and sustainable except for two items: chocolate and coffee. Coffee is known for being like just this... They're very thirsty boys, these investors and the engineers, so coffee is a particularly hard one to keep up with the more and more investors you get building. But, we can just buy some from Madame Kahina to keep us going for now, but obviously in this episode that's the goal, right? To set up coffee and chocolate. Now chocolate we have on this island, and we also have coffee. I want to get rid of all the rum that's here, because we're only getting it through the use of quality cane saplings, the fertility item here. So we could definitely get rid of this, and we could double up on coffee or even more chocolate if we wanted to, or we could put chocolate out here, because they're actually actually I made a mistake. This is all going to be coffee. There is no chocolate fertility on this island, but there is here. So chocolate's moving out here, rum's moving out here, and then everything else can go on the other one. So that's the goal. So let's get to it. So as you can see, things are looking a little bit nicer, but we can finally start to actually get some obreros up and running. We're going to need to if we want to use oil. So let's begin. So something like that, that's 120. Now we're going to also have to, you know, do everything that comes along with that, including tortillas and so on and so forth. So someone actually, I just caught the comments very quickly. I only just published the episode quite recently of the last one, but someone actually posted a comment saying that you can only have one oil harbor per island. I actually didn't know that. They are correct. I had said in the previous episode we put a harbor here and another one over there, but we'll actually just need one that kind of connects to both. So I'm thinking maybe put it around here, feed in a line that goes out to there, feed in a line that goes over here eventually as well. I don't know if I'll ever export the oil here. I mean, there is a lot, but we could just keep it here and see how much we consume. Actually, thinking about it, yeah, there's no way fuel stations would actually use that much. I retract my statement. Sorry, of course we'll export it. We'll add it to the list of things to do. So, let's go oil refinery here first. We can grab 5 pieces, 5 chunks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we get any more than that? No, I don't think so. The other two are just going to have to remain where they are, I'm afraid. So yeah, we'll just pop this around here. And then we're going to build a line. So I'm going to get rid of this road, and this doesn't need to be there. That was just temporary. It's actually quite a lot of money to move every time. Okay, so this road can just go like that. And then maybe we'll try to get the train line to go parallel to it. That would be kind of nice. In fact, let's just do that now. So we'll just run it like this, straight along here. And it's going to have its own bridge crossing as well. Now, that bridge crossing is going to prevent a road crossing there. So maybe we do actually have to peek out for a bit, just for the bridge and come back in. It's kind of annoying, but the bridge takes up more than just one tile. For whatever reason, it takes up like 1.5. Oh. Missing material. Oh, we're missing the steel required to do it. It's okay, we have loads on ships that are just waiting at the harbor. So let's just do this. Oh my god. don't know why the railways are so finicky compared to just placing roads and stuff. I feel like it's like completely different how it works. But anyway, so that's there, that's done. We can stick this in here for now and just let that cross in. And that should be close enough. Yeah, so oil harbor somewhere over here, I guess. So if you wanted to have it directly across and have everything perfectly straight and lined up, I suppose we could just have it right around here. And let's just grab that steel now. So the steel should be just over here. Okay. It does bug me that the road does that, or the railway line does that. I guess there's not much I can do about it. I guess the question is, do I need this road to come over this way? Do I really need that? I'm gonna go with no. So let's just do this. It looks nicer. Alright, beautiful. So straight line runs out to the oil, so we actually need to build the refineries themselves, or the oil wells. So there's all 5. Can't get those other 2 unless we build another one, but that would cost 75 obreros, so it's just not really worth it. We'll leave it with the 1 for now. We can activate this again. That's a shortage of 30 obreros, so we can just upgrade a little bit more before we start delivering them new items. Something like that. Great. Our little town is prospering here. Now so many bricks that we can just keep dumping them. Anything else that goes wrong with the oil? Great, we have loads of stuff. Alright, so that should be... Is that all up and running now? This should be able to get its oil, deliver it here. That should be no problem now. And everything should be spick and span. So once that gets started, we can actually then check what the production rate really is. Actually, no, it should tell me now. I think it has to get its fuel first, and then it'll let me know the full capacity. So, but anyway, while we're doing that, we can get the rum distilleries going now. So, I was thinking to put it over here. We have this kind of blank space anyway, and next to the clay pits. Let's just shrink that in to make it look a little bit nicer. Now, on the other island, we had something like 6. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, just 5. Maybe this time we'll build about 6 or 7, maybe 8. It seems like a lot, but we're going to be sustaining a lot more. Remember, we're going to allow them to have their own rum, so it is kind of a lot. Now, these things are prone to exploding, so let's just go blueprint mode first.
Ship constructed.
It would be nice to not go any further down than this, and then we could use this space for something in terms of agriculture. So maybe just like, I guess, yeah, this would be the best way to do it. Work out from there. Yeah, it still gives room for the fields to wrap around, even though it might not look the best, but... So let's do that. Now, would be good to have one of these, a trade union here. I don't think that can actually activate everything, so we might have to remove one of these and just leave a gap for it. Yeah, I think you kind of have to. But that's alright, we can then put in the warehouse somewhere around there as well. Probably would end up needing 2. I'm not too sure. Something like that. And then try to make this like an enclosed space or something with some fencing. Does look a bit weird. I guess as well, why wouldn't you do this, right? Yeah. So at least that's all covered, and with that amount, maybe we can get some item or something, I'm not too sure. In future, that could maybe speed up the production to kind of match the amount of sugarcane that we're going to be producing. Because obviously this is every 30 seconds you make one, every 30 seconds you make one. If we're making 40 tons of sugarcane, that would mean we'd need 20 rum distilleries. And that's just not going to, we're not going to do that. That'd be insane. A smuggling cost. We're going to have to say no. I don't really care about the art of medicine here. I think we probably already have it anyway. Sorry, madam. So yeah, something like that. I'm not even going to build that union until we know that we get, you know, stuff for it. And maybe, should that go there instead? No, I guess there. Alright, let's get the roads laid out. It's kind of a long way for these guys to go to get to their thing. Oh, there's a warehouse there as well, I suppose. So each one of these takes how many people? Just 30. And we've got loads, so let's go. Something like that. 4 of them just straight away. So rum production is now online. Boom. And that means they have everything, right? Yoneleros have absolutely everything they need. Next up will be tortillas. So tortillas, we kind of make it over here, right? We combine corn and meat. And then we send it here into tortilla makers to make us the tortillas. So I'll probably keep doing that and then ship these out. We'll have to see how that goes. Schnapps and swords exploded.
Fire broke out.
So we're done with sugarcane here now. This is done. So that can all go away. And that's going to free up a little bit of workforce for us because we also don't need the rum here anymore. Wow, what the hell? Several factories are blowing up. Now that road is actually cut off, so we'll have to just fix that. Don't even know if we really need this, but I'll just put it here for now. Okay, so let's just fix that road. So that's the rum production gone off this island, yeah? So now there's 0 on island. There's 0 on island. We don't have the fertility either, obviously, so we can take that out of here. Sugarcane, tobacco, and corn. Productivity 12%. We could take her and bring her to the other island, actually, seeing as we have an empty slot.
Oh, the crane.
Just run in there real quick and grab it.
The fire has been vanquished.
Anything for sugarcane, coffee roasters, etc. This one, sugarcane plantation, 15%. Occasionally produces extra coca. Oh, perfect, because we have chocolate on the other island as well. A pedologist. Let's get him. And he actually doesn't affect cocoa plantations, weirdly, but fair enough. Productivity, number of modules. So we could do that, put that down on one of the other things as well. And I think that might be it. Oh, here we go. Rum distillery and advanced rum distillery, 40% productivity. There you go. That's exactly what we're looking for. I don't have that much influence, though. I don't want to be getting tied on influence yet again. Straight away, anyway. Rum distillery and advanced rum distillery maintenance goes down. Sure. Alright, so we'll send this ship over. I think I can build that and be okay with it then. So that is 20 influence. We're down to 33 now. But we'll put those items in there. We'll get 40% out of this. So let's check our consumption rates and our production rates now. So there's rum. If we check the sugarcane, it's at 36. 36. Now, I could have sworn it would be higher than that from my calculations, but 36 is pretty high. Although maybe they're not fully up to... Yeah, they might have hit their limit. Maybe that's the case? Oh, yeah, there you go. Right away. 43. God damn. God damn. Alright, cool. 43. And then we'll just have to try and... Well, what does this take? This takes barrels as well, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's the other thing. It does actually take wood. Which we'll have to put somewhere. Not really too sure where we can do that. For now, we have it there. I think that is fine, and we can just move them when we need to. So yeah, we'll just have a look at how that's kind of going. So, intermediate, what is it? Is it raw material, I guess? Yeah. So the consumption right now is 16, and we're producing 8. Ugh. Damn, those things take up a lot of space. I'd have to really look at where... I guess a brilliant place to put them would be on top of the oil. Because we're not going to be using that oil for a while, and it's just space that we're not going to be living in, really, either. So, kind of doesn't really hurt to have it there, I think. Hopefully this one reaches. I think it does. Now, there's items and things you can get to make even more wood, or you can make wood elsewhere and just bring it here. I mean, we've got loads in the old world, of course. Space is much tighter in the new world, so I guess there's a justifiable reason you might want to do that. This just keeps bothering me, so I'm just going to remove that as well. Just bring it around that way. The other thing we're going to do, we've got all of these now empty or free cargo ships that we want to start replacing some of our trade routes with them. That's the kind of thing, like I said, I might end up doing in between episodes, but I'll do it where I can in this one. So let's go with the... So yeah, rum distillery, 40% productivity. Boom. Now that's going to put more demand on the wood as well, so there's always that to think about. There's the one for the lumberjack huts, though. Affects lumberjack huts and charcoal kiln 40%, so that's exactly what you'd need if you wanted to match the item we just put in there. For productivity, that is. Sugarcane plantation, tobacco. Did we have another one? We did. We had the rum blender. Maintenance cost is reduced. It's only a small amount. It's a couple hundred. It's fine, though. There we go. Sugarcane plantation, 15%, and occasionally produces extra cocoa. Love it. I don't know what productivity we're going to be up to now. 400%? 415, right? Wow. I got per bastard. Worked his little heart out. Although I guess it's machines and things are helping him, so it's not really that bad. Okay, well that's rum, I guess. So we'll have to change that route around now, right? So we have our rum route, which we can take this ship off of it now, maybe, and maybe we'll put another one on it. It's the Fitzwilliam. So these three ships are all going to be going to Port-de-Vaduz to pick up the rum, but now, instead, they're going to go to Marbella to pick up their rum. And we're currently selling stuff to the pirates still, if we have excess. I guess I'll leave that at the bottom, just in case we still want to do that. Alright, load it, load it, load it. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't loading the full 6 slots, but anyway, we are now. I guess because we had a clipper on the route. So we'll go to Marbella first, the production island for rum. Pick up as much as we possibly can. We'll also need to build storage so that we can actually even fill that. Then what we'll want to do is actually drop some off at PB, Port-de-Vaduz. Don't know if it's a crazy idea to do it that way or not. I don't think so, because if it's full, yeah, this should still work out. Then go on to swords and drop off the rest, and then if you've got anything left at all, give it to the pirates and make some bank. So hopefully that works out. I think it does. Having 3 ships on that route should be totally fine. We're still not giving rum to the other 2 islands, but we'll just test this out as a proving ground for it, I suppose, first. I mean, ultimately, we could just check. Let me just see. Do we even have obreros on that island? We do. Do they even want rum? I guess everybody wants rum. Yeah, so, okay then. Let's not half-ass it. Let's give them what they want. Did I add it? I clicked it.
Dinosaur.
There we go. Sorry, Benty. So yeah, go to Guadalmina first, unload everything you can. Just going to unload everything I can every way. Because you could be like, oh, I'm only going to drop a certain amount. But if you just drop everything, eventually the storage would just fill up anyway. So it should be fine, I think. So it'll only drop what they need, and then it'll keep moving.
A renowned personage has arrived.
Chief Superintendent Clifford. Police officers +1, range 15%. Okay. So, the route at the moment goes to Marbella, where rum is made. Drops it off quickly at Guadalmina. Then moves to Port-de-Vaduz, and then goes off to the old world. So we're supplying everything we can here, and then moving. Why did I... Oh, I clicked the ship. That's what happened. Whoops. Oh, that ship is supposed to be doing something else. Uh-oh. Let's take that off the route. I didn't know you could do that. Just click the ship directly on the map. Must have been what I did. Alright, sounds good to me. We'll check in on that route a little bit later. Speaking of oil, I think I finally got the last ship to add to that route. There we go. Alrighty, a little bit of a messy thing to do there, but I think it's largely sorted.
Oh yeah, reporting in.
Hopefully I didn't make any mistakes.
A check copy?
And these guys actually have rum for a while as well, which is good. Hey, that's what I like to see. Financial powerhouse, the picture of health, happiness, and light. So Scaries is quite full of mirth. 8 3/5 from 10 is how I score my present feeling, which I don't know what that means. As positive credit balance hastens era and of untold don't know what I was going to say there. Prosperity. Hans von Schlong said to have Midas touch. Disease extraordinarily low. Remember when we used to be sick all the time? They're loving it. They're loving it now. The vaccines have been distributed. Dun, 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 dun. All right, great. What else? So, I guess, yeah, so now we have to get to tortillas. Happiness-wise, they should... Oh, yeah, and beer will be coming from the old world, and then cigars. All right, so let's get the stuff set up then with tortillas. So tortillas are going to go to here. So let's have a look at how much we're making. Where is it? There it is. Boom. So we've only got 2. Just 2. 100 obreros. Okay. That's where things might get a little bit messy, but we'll create some more. Where are all the obreros going right now? I guess this is a lot of industry. Chocolate industry is actually taking up a lot, and we'll be freeing them up. Yeah, that's actually a good point. We're going to be freeing up all the chocolate anyway, so let's just get ahead of ourselves and get rid of all this now, I suppose.
We are out of room. I can teach you how it...
Yeah, so that's fine. So we'll get rid of these guys. Honestly, just maybe even get rid of that. Free up the influence. Just free this whole area up, and we'll rebuild it in future when we need to add more coffee. Okay, so that's giving us loads of obreros now, so we can get way more tortilla makers should we wish. Now I'm gonna just, I say temporarily, just build this like little area for tortilla makers. It's gonna make, let's see how much we'll probably need. Consumer goods, it's everything just out here, right? So we're making 6 tons potentially at the moment, and the demand is 3 on all of our islands. So yeah, so I'm gonna make 4 of these buildings. So 2 there, and then we'll just move these 2. Just something like that. With its own warehouse. There. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because maybe later I will copy and paste this or move it somewhere else. But for now, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Just trying to think, do I need anything else? Yeah, because I like having these like little designed areas and maybe building a mini wall around it. We could just do that now. So it's its own thing. And that way it's like a little industry, you know? Or a little industrial estate, in a way. And there's unfortunately no like worker kind of ornaments for the new world. So you just kind of have to use this, unless you want to use mods or something. Alright, there we go. And like I said, we just copy and paste that somewhere else if we want to in future. But now we'll just upgrade these. Boom. And then give them their warehouse. And there you go. So now they're obviously going to be in demand of corn and beef. So let's see. Corn. Oh, actually, just one last thing I forgot to do. I want to do it right now. Is just make sure they don't take the rum away from here. Make sure there's always a minimum amount. So we'll always have 100. How about that? Actually, that's a bit high. Let's go with 25. Then we need to see what our storage actually is right now. 200. So we need it to be at least 300. So 325 is kind of what we need.
A competitor's island is under siege.
They kind of have to circle around that way, so I'm just going to move this over here then. So that's now going to be out of 350. Perfect. Which actually means, knowing this now in future, we can set that to a minimum of 50. That means a cargo ship can still pick up all 300 and move off if it's full. Love it. Love it. Loving this little area as well. It's cool. It's cute. So, corn and beef gets made over here. Let me just check the agricultural amounts and see what we're producing. So 9 tons per minute, and corn is at 12. Well, let's fix that. Let's make them the same. Could just stick it there. leave room for a warehouse in the middle, maybe. Yeah. Ah, just realized something, actually. Corn is also getting consumed by the silos that we've built. So there is that to think about. Although I think it's quite a low consumption. It's 1. Yeah, so it's not too bad. Alright. And that way we're still getting all of this activated. So we have the productivity 40% on these farms as well. Which is very nice to see. Why can't I do that? That seems like it would make more sense. So let's... Yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay. So that's corn and beef. Corn beef. So that's 11. And then basically have to just check the consumer good for the tortilla makers and then compare it to the islands and see like, okay, is that making enough? Is the demand for corn and beef okay? Seems fine. So this should be okay. I think. As long as I've worked it out right, I think. Which I feel like I have. No more room though for another one of these in there, so that's kind of maxed out. Getting a bit tight on space, although we do have the trade unions in place to help us out. Alright, well, if Tortillas is active, so let's, if Tortillas is truly active, we can now move it around. So this thing was just doing the bottom tier. We need another ship and another route that's going to take Tortillas and maybe anything else around as well. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I like to just have one ship specialized for one good sometimes. So it's like, we'll create a route that comes from here where tortillas are made. And deliver it there. And deliver it here, I guess. So load up as much... Yeah, actually it's a bit overkill, isn't it, with one ship? We'll do 3. That would make more sense. And then pop one ship on this. This is the New World. Tortilla and something. It's going to take one more thing probably. I don't know what that is right now. Let's just have a quick refresher of what it would be. It'd probably be something like Bomb and Weavers or maybe the coffee. Yeah. Alright. We don't have to build them all the way up to full, although that would be ideal. Really, I'm just trying to get this up and running so we can supply the chocolate back, because right now we've cut that off. Hey, we're at over 26,000. That's nice. So that means tortillas are going to be coming in. Coffee doesn't unlock until we hit 300 anyway, so we're going to have to build this place out a bit. Drop all that in. Good. Alrighty, looking swell. So, and the oil is all doing fine? Yeah, it should be filling up. Could build an oil storage as well. I didn't actually do that. And then maybe on the oil route, we'll just add that to the pickup. So portability is the only plus 400. Rio de Juanita has oil, does it? Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Yeah, well we could load even more then, I guess. Let's add this island and click to load. Because there are quite a lot of ships on it. So hopefully this works out. So look at that route again actually. Is that... Yeah, that's cool. It comes here, goes there, and then leaves. It's every ship is just loading as much oil as it can, really, I guess, and then leaving. Yeah.
A competitor's island withstood an attack.
War with Angreb has ended. Okay. I didn't know you could end your war with them. Anyways. Oh, you know what? I could be running a World's Fair event as well. How dare I not remember to do that.
Engineers are the keystones. Stuff they come up with boggles the mind. The least we owe them is to get them down from the
bananas, potatoes, and schnapps. So we'll have to bring bananas back.
It's wise to be ready to move.
We've got ships out here that can do that, so let's just do it real quick. Try not to forget to actually catch that ship. Alright, so just to kind of recap on what's going on. So we have our rum done. We have our tortillas, I think, should be done. I don't need to change the route that takes the corn and the beef to the other island. That should all be set, although I guess I'll just check it. One of the ships was actually taken out that was on that. And currently the one that's called Little Sister is actually doing it. So maybe now with the increased volume, we could stick a bigger ship on that route and maybe get rid of that and instead say load even more corn. Unload and then start to load beef on this side of things. Is it an agricultural product? I guess it is. Yep. Something like that. I'll just accept that for now. Just go back into that route really quickly. Hit the ship. Didn't mean to actually remove it. I meant to click it so I could see where it was. There it is. Yeah, so that's going to be your final delivery. We'll just leave it here, and then we'll sell that ship later on. This one can be sold as well. So we can sell it down to Isabel right now. Alrighty, man, stormy day, stormy day. So, little talking point. People were saying, have I seen the leak for Season 3? I think by now it's probably even been announced. Not too sure. I saw it this morning. I don't really have much of an opinion on it. For me personally, like, we knew it wasn't going to be a new session. I won't spoil it, but basically it's something to do with like tourism and then investor stuff, and you can go check it out yourselves. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't remember exactly. But the tourism stuff sounds cool. Another residential tier for tourists, and then you can build certain things that attract people, and you can even send them on routes and bus routes around your cities. I like that. It sounds cool. I thought they'd do something with tourism, so I think I was right in that regard. But I didn't see them doing any more with investors. You can build like skyscrapers and stuff now. Maybe it adds to their needs. I don't know. We'll have to see. On the surface, I'm like, I don't know. Like, investors to me are really like, the DLC sounds like you'll be making a lot of money from investors, but right now I feel like you make loads of money from investors. Like, the majority of our income comes from them. 111,000. As soon as we got investors, money-wise, I really didn't have to worry about anything in the game, and that's how we started buying out Margaret's Islands, and the rest is history. So, not that everything that they add has to add extra challenge. I just feel like investors are quite easy already, so hopefully it's just not super, super powerful even more. And it's interesting to actually build. I love new production chains and things like that, so I'm excited for the tourism stuff, but I guess I'll wait until I fully see, you know, what they've got in store. But honestly, I love the game, so I'm a bit of a fanboy in that regard. Anything they do, I'm sure I'll love. And I honestly don't feel that way for nearly any game. But we'll see. We'll see. The only thing I'd say DLC-wise that I never really cared for in this game is the botanical garden. Just not a big fan. But everything else I like. Okay. So I'm getting a bit tripped up on myself here. Let's see what else we need. I think ponchos is going to be next, is it? No, we've already got ponchos. Do we have ponchos on this island? How do we have ponchos here? Are we delivering them here? Oh yeah, apparently so. Did I ever check against that and see, like, does that even make sense? I'm not sure if I did. Well, apparently so. Apparently we're making more than enough. Great. So that's already done. It's the benefits of building a lot at the beginning, I guess. Okay, then, so it's just coffee next. So coffee is going to be coming from this island. So I guess we could start building it out here a bit more. We also need more anyway. So we have an item here that's increasing productivity, affecting coffee roasters, and affecting coffee plantations. So we could maybe get rid of the coffee sommelier and move the roasters somewhere else and just go all farms here, or the other way around. So I feel like it doesn't make sense to have these bunched up on the fields themselves right now. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not too sure. Although that being said, there's really not much space to do anything else. Yeah. Let me just check as well coffee here itself. So coffee there. If we have a look at the agricultural products of coffee beans, we're overproducing them just a little bit. And we do have Bright Harvest stuff activated there. And this is in range of this. And this is in range to here. Yes, okay then. Alright then. We can just build more coffee out this way. We won't get those extra benefits. So, first, I guess I'll make use of all the space here first. So let's do one of these somewhere like that. Now we need steel. Alright, well we have lots of steel over here.
Hold the crane.
Just gonna wait until that ship can completely empty. Right, so we're shipping steel over there. That's gonna be for the coffee, but then over here, what do we need to worry about next? I guess we've done the rum, so the next thing would be the chocolate, right? So let's get cracking on that. So chocolat is going to be there. So we have the... Oh, yeah. Oh, that works out great. I forgot. I totally forgot that chocolate... I did that before as well. Chocolate actually requires sugarcane, so it's great that we have the two combined on the same island. And it's even better that we've got so much of it. We've so much excess. I was looking at this thinking like, God, I don't know if we're ever going to use all that rum. But now it makes more sense. So yeah, so we need sugar refineries and then chocolate factories. So we could have all this down in the same area.
We both hit our targets.
Yeah, we did. We did. So 2 of those. So I think we actually need about 3. 1, 2, 3. To be honest, we're probably going to need 4. So let's just go with 4. And then the refineries can go in here. And is that 1-to-1? It is. It is indeed. Yeah, and this will be a big coffee block. Sorry, not coffee block, chocolate block. Chocolate and industry really is what I was thinking. Obviously this doesn't need to be here anymore, but that's fine. But yeah, I don't know if I ever will use this area for, like, maybe just some extra plantains or something, or maybe even another rum field, or a sugarcane field. Maybe. If we really ever need that space. So this is going to be a huge amount of obreros, which is going to put more demand on everything. So we'll have to see how it all kind of copes. So I guess we'll just get this set up and then we'll check it. So coca plantation then as well. I was thinking of putting that on this island here. Although you could just have... Yeah, maybe we'll just start out here actually.
From its voyage.
Yeah. Although we can only build really... Let's just put a road down as a kind of a marker to that point. Yeah. Alright, so let's begin. Now, I don't know if I have any items that are going to get more out of a plantation like this. But we'll put down a trade union just in case in future. But I'll have to try and avoid that mistake I made last time of, like, you know, not really knowing how many modules we're going to end up using. Actually pretty big, those things. Is that correct? Yeah, it is. Alright. So, what's that? 30 seconds, 30 seconds? That's 1 minute. So you need 2 of these. For every one of those. And we've got 4 of these, right? On the island. Or we will. So we need 8. But we're going to use Bright Harvest. So we need less than that. So we'll have 9. Which means we only actually need 3. Yeah, so 3 of these, each with their own tractor barn, would actually do the job. Just move that there. So a tractor barn right next to it. Let's just build this. Maybe I'll try to make it look a bit nicer if I can, just really quickly. I like them when they're lengthways like this. Personally. Oh, I was going to say I could actually double them up, but I can't. Alright, we'll need our warehouses, of course. I think having 2 is just generally a good idea. And we could just wrap it around that way, but I'm going to save some space and make it look a little nicer if I can. So let's do something like that instead. I don't know if I just said save a little space. That doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, well I know it does. I guess I meant save this space, not save space. I'm literally not saving space doing that. You get what I mean. Alright, cool. So something like that. Not going to build a trade union, we'll save the influence, but it's just there just in case we ever decide to use it. Alright, nice. So now we can just fill all of this up. It's as big as it can get. It's actually not as big as the other stuff yet. These fields take up something like, I don't know, 256, is it? Yeah, it's crazy. With items, obviously that's what happens, but these ones are just going to be standard 192. Something like that's totally fine, and this can just fill up the rest. Good. Chocolate. Nice. All right, there we go. So they don't take much of a workforce either, so it's not so bad. It's only 5. Oh my god, only 5 Yonaleras for the cocoa plantation. But out here is where, you know, it gets serious. So I'll have to build all of these up, pretty much. There you go. That's probably the most I can do for now before we actually expand the town. Let's begin setting this up. Right. So there we go. So now we're back to the level of where we were at for chocolate. We need that 3rd building and then we'll actually be ahead of where we were. So it's as easy as that. So let's get the trade route that was dealing with chocolate, and instead of going to Port of Banús, we're actually going to go to here. And we're going to load chocolate here. Great thing about the chocolate is they don't eat it. They don't like it, I guess. Let's do something like that instead, because that's the way it's probably going to be in future. And this can be cigars. There we go. Unload, unload, unload. Lusk. Why is that on this route? I have no idea. Let's get that off there. Okay, good. So we'll just need to find that ship really quickly. So that's the Old World Cigars route. Nice. So it's actually not going to be a problem because of... Oh my god, look at all the gold. Hang on a second. Why is it going that way? That's weird. Purchasing gold at Calamity Cove, then dropping it at Lusk, then purchasing it at High Mountain, then dropping it at Lusk. Alright, so it just must be so full down at Lusk that they can't drop it anymore. And they're actually even taking it now. I guess you could do it where you just say wait to unload, because that really doesn't matter, right? You'd just be waiting to buy it from the traders again.
We've taken to wearing hard.
Let's see. Oh, by the way, that light bulb problem that we had in the previous episode where I was like, why is the light bulbs running out? Turns out the filament, we were out of coal, but I fixed it. There's basically a coal deposit right here. I grabbed that one. One of our coal deposits blew up, and I didn't see it, so that's all that the issue was. So yeah, 466 gold bars, and that we just purchased them all directly. It's crazy, not having any gold industry at all, other than just buying from the pirates. Although I guess we have both pirates on our side, so it's relatively easy. Alrighty, anyway, so that's chocolate. Pretty much done, I think. Or it should be. And that should be... Yeah, that should be good. So the only thing left, I think, is coffee. And then that's our old world, or yeah, our old world done.
It's exactly like I imagined.
Because we don't ever have to give these guys their bowler hats or this stuff if we don't want to. I mean, I guess it would be nice to grow more. So yeah, coffee. Did I set up coffee yet to come here? No, that hasn't been done yet. Okay, so that's the next thing. All right, cool. Let's get to it. So coffee is done over here. We're just looking at where we're going to build it. We're going to place it around out here. Sorry, just one last thing. I did build 3, didn't I? Negatory. I only built 2. Alright, so that's the thing first, actually, is to set up more houses. Gets a little distracting sometimes. Let's do a block like that. I don't know if they'll do it for the Anno Season 3 actually, but I would love it if there was a little bit more music as well. Typically they've always done new music because there's a new session. There isn't this time, so I wonder, are they going to have their composer do anything? I hope so. Alright, so let's start filling out these ones up along the cliff. Now, we'll start to hit up against the oil soon, so I'm just going to draw a line like that. I'm not going to use that, I'm just temporarily drawing it so I can see. Have a little block in there. And then we'll have another offset block that goes in here. Cool. Yeah, it looks good actually.
Take it with a pinch of salt.
Alright, nice. So I'll just get rid of this one. Oop. Storage is still an issue. I keep forgetting I have to build that up a bit. We can actually fit another house there. Nice, cool, looks good. Actually, let's go with the, I like this style down here. Basically flower beds and palm trees to just separate different areas of the place. Good. Yeah, looking nice. Looking nice. I love the combined sort of doing a few blocks, but then also just having it like be staggered and irregular, where you've got like a block here, but then it's got like a little house that comes out from the side, you know? I know it's just like a really small, simple thing, but when you can make that work, you know, by still having access, this house still having access. Oh, it's so good when that works out. All right. Cool. So yeah, once that builds up a little bit, we'll start to create more obreros, and then I'll just check again against the tortillas and stuff. I still think, from memory, what we looked at, consumer goods wise, I think we've got plenty of the bottom tier stuff. Like even with this increased population now. I hope so, anyway. So, let's drop off that steel. Getting a bit lower on the old tortillas now. But they seem just fine. Doing their thing. Alright, and that'll be almost done now then, once we get that. With this area, I mean. Oh yeah, I never mentioned it, but in between episodes I also did up this area. I had to put down another pearl farm, and then when I was here I was like, this place is a mess, so I basically, I actually removed everything and just reorganized the whole area. It's a bit more quick job, a bit more grid-like, which is having the kind of amenity buildings here in the center and stuff, but I still like it. I think it looks kind of nice and neat. It is a thin area, so it kind of makes sense to do it like this. You can't really stagger it that much, and then I'll build a dock that way. That's actually something I forgot to mention about the Season 3 as well. It seems like there's new docks and stuff. That's cool. And it sounds interesting. They're talking about, like, oh, you can, like, put a monopoly on certain trade goods, which, again, I just don't think the AI is that interesting in this game. I mean, I like playing against AI and them having the islands, but I've never personally really thought, like, they don't obey the same rules that you do, like, clearly. So I don't really know what it means to be like, oh, I'm not going to let them have oil. Or maybe not oil, but something else.
Crowds from far and wide.
Oh, did I forget to send the bananas back? Yeah. I sent the bananas back, but I forgot to actually deliver them. Whoops. Oh well. At least next time they'll be there. It's not that big of a deal because I don't think I was going to go with chemical research anyway. So it's fine. Alright, looking good. I'm trying to think, did I do anything back here that changed anything? What's changing right now? Visitor amounts are changing. That's fine, as long as everything else is staying stagnant or still, which it should be.
Thank you.
They don't have power, I know that. Which it should be, because we're actually buying stuff from Madame Gehenna, but I want to be able to take... Actually, we'll do that now. I'll take off the Madame Gehenna route that I have. So it's Old World Madame. So we'll take off that route. That was our flagship. And I'll just make that delivery here. And say, there you go. That's the last you're getting from her. Hopefully now we'll just be buying it ourselves. I didn't get a chance to see any names about the Great Eastern yet. So apologies that I have not renamed it. And then we want to have a few cargo ships ready to go for when we go to the Arctic and Embessa as well. Actually, we already have a few. Just make another one. Can always get rid of them. Can make another oil tanker as well, why not? So I needed to deliver steel here for some reason, but don't remember what the reason was. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright, cool. So this area can now be improved. Let's I'm gonna remove this or move it somewhere. Move it down a bit. Okay. And just get rid of those trees for now. See what we're working with. So 235. And the reason I'm building it here is obviously next to the trade union, so we get more modules and stuff out of it. Alright, so that's as far as it goes, I guess. Good. So that's the equivalent of putting down 3 of these. Which means we can get another
I can't wait to start work.
1 of those. I think that's how it works. Oh no, is it? Yeah, maybe 2 actually. This is still within... That's still within range of that, so let's do it.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Let's get rid of this road, and then we can just put it in right here. Boom. Now, what does that take? Oh, that only takes Yornaleros. Oh, nice. Oh, that's even better. Sweet. I thought I'd have to upgrade all these guys as well. So that's 3 coffee roasters. Let's just check what that explosion was. At a zinc mine in Malahide. That's one last thing I'll do in between episodes to set up a new construction route, because I've largely removed it, actually. Okay. Runes in my cities. Just there, is it? Let's check the runes hotkey. There are runes here. Oh yeah, the schnapps distilleries. How could I forget? And speaking of, this place is going to need another brewery anyway, because we're going to be shipping even more beer to the New World, so that's going to extend and expand. Alright, so that's more coffee, which should be enough for the Old World, but probably not enough to give it to Marbella as well. So maybe I'll just leave that, but we can also then start to put coffee out here. So let's do that. So we can use Bright Harvest for the coffee, but the roasters, I'm not going to put any roasters here. They might have their own section out around this way again somewhere. So let's just copy one of these. Suppose you could just... Let's try to lay this out nicely. Yeah, I'm not too sure how many we're going to be able to fit in here, actually. We want to get as many as possible, basically, because coffee is always going to be needed for a very, very long time. And then I'll want to have, like, essentially the same thing again, like here.
So, Snake Eyes, is that how it is?
Alright, let's see how this is going to work. So we've got 250. That's 96. Yeah, it's actually a lot of space. Cool. Might not look that good at first, but give it a sec. Alright, and then we can just work it down this way. 206 out of 252. Yeah, so we can definitely put in another one. Missing the steam motors for this one, though.
Only are reporting in.
We might be able to just take some from here. I don't think we're going to need them all here. Let's see how many we got. 120? Yeah, we could take maybe 30.
Room to maneuver.
Alright, cool. I can still build the modules while we're waiting anyway. So how many is it going to be? It's going to be 252 modules. 252. It looks like that's going to be all we can fit. So yeah, maybe I'll do another one, but just not do it with a thing. Would 168 fit in there? Let me just check this again. 252, so we can delete just a... I think that much? Alright, let's see if this fits. I'm guessing it won't, but it might. Close. 126 out of 168. I could do something that doesn't look that good, but at least it would work. Just something like that. Just create like a little bit of extra space that the field can fill. Because ultimately, it really doesn't matter how that road looks. Damn. Alright, we need 10 more. I think that's it. There you go. So, really weird looking, but I don't even care. I think it's fine for this kind of thing. But I do want to clear up all this. If I remember correctly, we don't even really use all this cotton. We just make felt. We make a little bit of cotton, we send it over to the other island, I think, and it gets turned into felt or something? I can't quite remember, actually. Let's at least clean this bit up. The closer we get to the actual town, I try to make it look as nice as we can. Yeah, something like that's fine. Alright, cool. Are we here with the steam motors?
Only are reporting in.
Always hard to keep places under one's hat.
Alright, we are coffeeed out of our minds. So now we can slam in some extra roasters. And let's just have a look at what the situation is. So we're producing 29 tons of coffee bean. And the roasters are only producing 16. Wait, no, that's not right. I gotta check how much it's being consumed, don't I? Yeah, sorry, it's right there, right in front of me. I don't know why I got confused. So 29 to 32 to 16. Nice. Good. Not that this road is needed, but I just think it looks a bit nicer anyway. So there we go. Even more coffee all set up. This thing's going to be super packed. So just build that up twice. Maybe get another one around here. And see how that all handles itself. So I think that's pretty much job done. This whole island is now pretty much geared for coffee. Almost. Mostly. And then this one is chocolate and sugarcane, which work hand in hand, and then rum. And then we have the actual chocolate buildings here. So now we can definitely get more Yorndoleros, so let's just upgrade those two things. Looks good. Maybe we could just do that a little bit more. Nice. Alright.
A new milestone.
A colony. Alright, so the last thing I think to do today then is to set up this last route of delivering coffee here. So coffee is just currently being picked up here and shipped off. So let's just say, sorry, but we don't need these ships. They don't even have anything on them, so they're perfectly timed to get rid of. Let's load up with more coffee, and definitely build that storage. Keep forgetting that. Unload, unload. So that's swords. I wanted to come here, though, as well, so we're going to swap around. Unload whatever you can there. And we're going to put 2 cargo ships on this now. And we're going to obviously name them. We should. Is that the right thing to do? I think that's done. And then we'll just make sure that there's always some coffee left over as well. Does it have a limit? It has a very small limit. But we want the limit to go up to 350. So we need 2 more of these. It's kind of ruining my Costa del Sol field, though. Can we pop him over here? Yeah. We're lacking bricks, of all things. Okay.
Hold the crane. On our way.
Alright, we're going to call this Kenko for coffee. And what would the other one be? I don't drink coffee, so I don't know. Kenko would be what my dad drank. Kenko. Come on, Darren, think. Well, we can't change it right now while it's moving. I could have sworn I just saw the farmer population fluctuate. Yeah, it is. What? That can't be right. Something must have gone horribly, horribly wrong. Maybe there's a fire?
Lovely.
They have everything they need. I wonder, is it on one of these islands? Oh, you ran out of work clothes. That's bizarre. Alright, that's fixed. Oops. Okay. Oh yeah, that zinc mine is still screwed.
Reporting in.
Have our lovely patrolling ships, our royal ship of the line, our Perforian battle cruiser and monitor, looking good. Looking very good indeed. Town is looking quite nice, if I do say so myself. I've come to appreciate the little area we built over here. I actually think it looks quite good. Oh yeah, someone had asked in the comments, why don't you place ornaments on this side of the river to make it look a little nicer? Here's the reason. I actually did think about that. If we were to put trees down or grass or something like that or whatever, it just stands out like so badly. The grass doesn't blend in the game. It's one of the big problems I have with ornaments in this game is that I don't know why they don't just blend with what they're on or what they're next to. It's so strange. Some ornaments, the only thing I can think of that does blend, for instance, would be this. See what I mean? Like, it blends. The dirt, like, it comes onto the road there, and the edge of the road changes. Like, they blend. But not everything does blend. Clearly, like, grass doesn't blend with grass, and that's why you just have this horrible-looking different grass everywhere. So I don't know what I could put down here. The only other thing I could think of is like a low wall. But it doesn't extend the whole way, which is why I think it would look a bit weird. So you could have something like that. It looks nice on this side. But you know, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't go the whole way across. There's rocks and things here. So it would have to look like something like that. Again, just don't know if it's really worth it. So ultimately, I've just kind of opted to go with nothing. I think it looks just better like that on its own. Okay, back to the New World.
Cargo boat at the ready.
Drop the bricks off, I guess. Workforce problems, what's wrong?
We will always follow you. We need more workers.
Did I build the wrong thing? I thought I just looked it over here. Oh, yeah.
Workforce shortage.
The roasters, she substitutes the workforce to be Jornaleros, not Obreros. Oh. was gonna say, what the hell is going on? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay then, well, let's see if we can slam them in.
The more the merrier.
I know, right? Yeah, this is really important then to place here. Okay. Alright, we'll just have to move these over. Because we're using the wrong workforce, essentially. Plus, the productivity is way higher over here, too. So I don't know what's really going to happen. So this one's not actually covered. It would be if I bring it down a tile, but then the... Okay, so here's what we do.
Storeroom's full, boss.
Ugh. Is that it? Yeah, we got everything in. So we just need to then change this to fix the road, or the coffee. Darren did good? I think so. I haven't mentioned it, but my room has just gone like pitch black, and I can barely see anything. Yeah, all I can see is this monitor in front of me. My keyboard does not light up. I ain't that fancy. So, not that I really have to look at my keyboard that often, but when the room is in perpetual darkness, it actually does have a slight effect where I'm kind of distracted by that. But well. 244 out of 345, so 4. So 9 tiles we can get rid of. 1, 2, 6. Nope. There we go. Alright, so we freed up the workforce. These guys just need a road. The only issue here, obviously, would be the fact that we have kind of moved in on the space here for the wood, so we'll just move that out. Hopefully that stays okay. And a warehouse. Yeah. Okay, something like that. Yeah. Yeah? Oh yeah. Coffee Central. I'm gonna make it all look the same.
I am so motivated.
Yeah, I bet. Good? Yes. Alright, great. All looking great. So let's just give that a new road, make it look clean. And there we go. Coffeeed out of our flippin' minds. So let's just check, excuse me, the swords, which is our only place that consumes coffee outside of the New World. We're going to then put on Marbella and Porto Banús. We are now producing 30 tons of coffee and consuming 16. I don't want to hear nobody complaining that they've run out of coffee, okay? We are set. And that should even carry us maybe perhaps, I mean, if that's 5,000 investors that we have and we're fully satiating that demand, that means we could potentially go all the way up to 10,000 investors, and at least coffee and chocolate should be fine. If my math is correct, which it obviously is. So don't even say anything about it. Hey, this ship has just picked up its stuff. So instead of being called Trumpet Fish, we've got Kenko. All I can think of is like Barry's Tea. Alright, I'm actually gonna, I don't think I've ever done this before. I'm gonna tab out, open my browser. It's not gonna show up though, I don't think. And I'm gonna look up coffee companies, coffee brands. Oh, Kenko have a goddamn monopoly. Coffee brands. Nescafe. Oh yeah, Nescafe. Let's go with that then. Where's that ship? Oh no, I've lost it. Man, a lot of these need new names, thinking about it. Oh, it got a different name. What the hell? How did that happen? I don't know. Nescafe. My parents used to drink Nespresso as well, actually. It's another one I guess you could kind of use. So that's loaded up on coffee. It's going to bring it everything it can to here, drop everything it can off, which is actually quite a lot. So we might not be getting any back in the old world for a little while, as we fill up the demands of these islands first. But then it should be okay. I like the white flag and everything. I just hate the way there's a little flag spinning above the
In the turn. And ever
Augustus the whole time. Alright, last thing we're going to do in this episode. I know these last few episodes have been quite long, but deal with it, I guess. This will be the last one, I think, before our new season. So in the next episode, it'll be a brand new season, and I'll be kind of re-explaining things again. But the next episode on this channel, which should go out on the same day, will be just kind of continuing. We'll start off the Arctic expedition, and hopefully uncover the Arctic for the first time. So it should be pretty cool. And I'll also be building in Ambessa while we do that. I think that's it. I think that is it. Yeah, I think so. And I'm pretty happy with how things look. You know, nothing's ever perfect. This island, I think, looks great. I'm pretty happy with its main compartment. This one, too. I think this one looks really cool as well. Quite happy with it. I didn't leave that much room for ornaments out here, though. That would be my only complaint. Maybe I could have, like, a little park or something here. When in an older save, I used to have a public mooring that led up to these, like, kind of, not columns, but I can't remember. It's just some sort of promenade that I used to have, like, going straight at the middle of the town. There was, like, the elephant fountain and a few different things. It looked quite nice. It'd be nice to do that for somewhere out here as well. Have a, like, sort of a holiday destination. Last thing I need to check then again, basically, is to go click this, click swords, right? Check the consumer goods. Let's turn on Lusk. Let's turn on pretty much everything out here. And now we can really check on what swords has. So steam carriages, totally fine. Gramophone's fine. Jewelry's good. Chocolate is just about okay. And only some of the buildings are operational. I'll have to look into why that is. Cigars, totally fine. Champagne, good. Light bulbs have been fixed. Coffee is OP. Pocket watches, penny farthings, glasses, fur. Rum, actually. Surprisingly, rum is not where it needs to be. So that'll be one last thing I have to do then. But the rest should all be good. Yep. Fish is actually a little close, but that should, I mean, actually just adding more distilleries fixes it, doesn't it? Oh, and I forgot to add in the fire stations here. Affects crop farms, productivity 50%, and modules. There you go. So if we wanted to do that, we could slam that down there as well. Or we could change it out for this one, because it's technically better. 50%. Well, I'll leave it, because it's just going to mess with things. Actually, well, what's the module increase? This module increase is 15%. This module increase is 25%. Okay, yeah, I'll leave it for now. So yeah, if I just check on that rum one last time, I think that'll be it then. There we go. Way more than we need. And chocolate wasn't operational for a moment, so why would that be? Sugar. Cocoa is pretty much maxed out. Great. Alright, so that's done. That is basically all of the content, almost all of the content, in terms of things you can do in Anno 1800 without DLC, right? If we're looking at just the non-DLC stuff, that's pretty much all you can do. The only other thing that we could do is build this up to 10,000 investors, right? But we wouldn't be doing anything new. We'd just be adding more to it. But that's basically it. And then the same with like collecting more zoo items or whatever, right? But we've done everything in terms of we've gotten investors. We've given them every production chain they can have. We've been to every single island. We've run our World's Fairs. All of that's done now. So now we're pushing right into endgame, proper endgame, which is okay. Let's get to 10,000 investors. And obviously people go way beyond that. But, you know, just for the sake of doing what's kind of available to us in the game, we'll just get to 10,000 as well as we push into Season 2. Then we're going to go to the Arctic, or we're going to do that later, actually. We're going to go to the Arctic first, end Bessa first, do all the storage stuff over there, do all the new chains we have there, get some new items, raise our population, raise our influence, get more trade unions, get to 10,000, run the best World's Fairs we possibly can, and that'll be everything we can do in the game. And then maybe by the time we're done, Season 3 will actually start coming out. And we could add in stuff like tourism and build our docks to be a bit more beautiful and things like that. So it's kind of timed pretty nicely, really. So yeah, so that's going to be it for the end of this season of Hans von Schlong's Anno 1800 playthrough. At the beginning of the next one, I'm going to have a little look around the town as we introduce people, so if we want closer looks at things, we'll kind of see that at the beginning of the next one, which will go up on my main channel. So I just want to thank you all for the big support that I had in this series that allowed me to be able to continue it for 36 episodes. It's crazy to me that it's gone that long. I just didn't think that people would be so into it. I'm so glad people are, because I love it. And I can't wait to go to the Arctic, and I can't wait to go to Embessa and experience some fresh new content again. It's going to be really, really good. So thank you again for all of the support. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support this series directly, you can click the join button to become a channel member. Doing so will get your name in the credits, as well as loyalty badges and emotes to use in the comments. If you don't see the join button, it means the video has been copyright claimed, but you can still join from the channel page on desktop. You can also link your account to our Discord to get a special role on there that'll give you access to the Senate House and a few other perks.